Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sunburned Albino's Dream Journal entry number 3. I've got like 4 talking points for this one just because, like, I woke up and I was like, because there's a bunch of stuff that happened. I'm just trying to keep it like all on the top of my head, and some of it's kind of fading in and out of existence, so I had to write the topic down just to make sure that I didn't forget nothing. But I don't remember what order these things happened in, but I think we started with, first off, it's like me and Seth MacFarlane, right? Naturally, and it's kind of, I guess it's kind of like the Orville kind of dream, because like we're on a place that looks like Earth, and it probably is Earth, but there's like sentient poop everywhere that I'm trying not to step on, and the poop is like this like petrified just gray old man poop, and it has tentacles or sort of tendrils, and that's what it uses to like move it, like like does them back and forth, almost kind of like it's swimming, like it's an octopus that has 6 less legs than it would have to be an octopus poop. And so, that's good. And I'm trying not to step on it because I always have these dreams where the floor is just littered with stuff to step on that would be real unpleasant if you stepped on it, whether it's bugs or worms, which that happened too later. Is I dreamed that I was just like running down a never ending driveway that was wet. Because when your driveway is wet, it just brings the worms out from wherever they come from, the yard, I guess. And they just sit there and wait to be stepped on. They're landmines. It's disgusting. I hate worms so much. And I hate bugs that are on the ground and in droves that you can't avoid. But I always have dreams about that, so that pisses me off. But, so yeah, me and Seth MacFarlane were just like in someone's driveway, and there was just like this giant, it was like a meteor of poop had crash landed there from an alien planet where the poops the aliens take have minds of their own, and they just scriggle away. I don't know, like it had nothing to do with why we were there, but it was just like, oh, this is a nuisance. We need to walk around this. We don't need to pay any more attention than that to it. And then it's like we went into this house, and it was a house where just like a normal family lives. A dude and his 2 blonde twin sons, and some woman, I assume was his wife, or a very bold mistress. Um, and then flash forward a little bit to a horror part of this. You know Dwight from The Office, right? Well, in my dream, he's like a serial killer. And what he do, where when he goes into like a hibernation sleep inside of a plastic, like a giant plastic wrap, whenever he kills someone, and then it's like cold, and like his lips are blue, like he's frozen kind, or just very cold, like he spent the night in a meat locker or something. And then the woman who lived at the house was defending him, my Dwight is so innocent, he couldn't ever hurt a fly, even though like she knows about it, like that she knows that he's killed 43 people, and he's yeah. So, and then like I had this thing where it was like Doki Doki Literature Club, where you just kind of, I saw Dwight's sprite on a TV, and there was like static around it, and then you could just hear the breathing, except it was my breathing, and like I was breathing in tandem with when I was supposed to. Like it was scripted heavy breathing, and it was suffocating. I was like, I don't want to be doing that anymore. And so I like forcefully woke myself up from that dream, which apparently not everyone can do that. Whenever anything scary like goes down in a dream, all I have to do is just like shut my eyes really tight and then open them, and then I wake up. It's like a response. So I guess that's cool. I have dream superpowers, except I almost never have superpowers in dreams, and that pisses me off to no end. The most I've ever done with superpowers is like I've been able to like make a rainbow out of my hands because like I could control water kind of, kind of like you can do in the shower. Like, when you're in the shower and then you like let it run off your fingers, and then you aim it. So you're like, oh, look at me, I'm a waterbender. That's the best that I get when I'm in dreams. It is really annoying. It pisses me off a lot. So from there, we move to the setting of a school cafeteria. There's kids everywhere, all eating their lunches, No one's shoving ham in anyone's clothes, but it's a lively school cafeteria. And this girl sitting next to me is like someone who has like a crush on me, but she's really ugly. She's like an ugly girl, like ugh. But apparently I've gone along with it before because she like kisses me on the cheek, and I guess that's natural to do. And I'm just it's like no, it's not like that anymore. No, never mind. But like still, so it's like that, and then I learned that she has a plot to because the school's run by it's like an advanced kind of school, I guess. It's kind of like the place. You ever see the Place Beyond the Pines? It's not exactly like that where we're all trapped, but it's like the school is run by like this over committee that's like oversees every aspect of everything, and it's very like scientific and advanced and stuff. So she has this plan to like hack everything and shut it down. And her mom works on the board. And so I go tell her mom because I'm like, oh, this is the perfect time to get rid of this bitch. I just tell her about the plot. And then things go back, she gets murdered, or I don't know what they do to dissenters. I don't know exactly what kind of facility it is. But then she gets to go away, and then I don't have to deal with that anymore. I can focus on finding a girl that is more of my tastes, So, yeah, somehow it ends up in a It plays out kind of like a platforming level where I get there, and I'm like climbing on pipes and stuff for no reason. But then we get to like the room where all the committee people are there. And then like the girl takes over the screen and is like, I'm gonna shut this whole place down. Like not she doesn't say it like that, but I don't know why I did that, but um yeah. And then the girl's mom is like an attractive woman. Like I'd rather date her mom than her, like for sure. Um but yeah, that doesn't have a satisfying ending because it doesn't really end. It just kind of transitions into the next dream, which the next dream is me playing drums for a band that is performing on Ellen, the Ellen show, the Ellen DeGeneres show. And this dream pissed me off beyond belief. I have dreams all the time where like I'm performing and stuff goes wrong. Like I either don't know, I usually know what I'm playing, but like something else prevents me from doing it. Like this time, I was at the drum set. Well, the first time, like, first I did an interview with Ellen. That's right. I did an interview, and the interview went really well. I don't know why she was interviewing the drummer of the band that was about to play, but I was like a famous person. I was like, oh yeah, I'm charming as hell. I'm on an interview talk show. I got my talking points up here. I'm saying all the right things. The crowd's eating it up, and that's the way it goes. That's how it's going to be for me in real life eventually. And then, so that went really well. Then it came time for the band to perform, and for some reason I was standing like next to the stage, and everyone else was on stage, I guess, and then they just started playing the song without me. I'm like, hello, there's no drums here. What are you doing? So I like went over to Ellen because I'm like, well, this is edited TV. Like they edit this part out of it. I don't know how this ever happened to begin with. I was like, you need to like not like cut it out. Like stop it, get me on the stage, then we can play the actual song as intended. So she's like, all right, skip it. Kevin was late to the thing, so we gotta do it again. I was like, excuse me, bitch? No, I was not late. Y'all said nothing and just like gaslighting me right now is what you're doing. And so then I went on and we started like the song over. And I was playing the drums fine. Like I play the drums, obviously. I wouldn't just dream about playing the drums if I didn't play the drums. And I knew what I was supposed to do, but like, you sit in the drum on the stool and the drum set, you have like your left leg on the hi-hat pedal and the right leg on the bass drum. Well, every time I hit the bass drum, it pushed my stool back like a few inches. So, and it was like turning me. So like every time I was hitting the bass drum, my stool was scooching back until like I couldn't even like reach what I was supposed to be hitting. And that's happened to me before, like in real life, actually. So that's a real thing. Is mostly, I mean, usually when you're on stage and you don't have anything like holding the bass drum down, if every time you kick it, it'll push it back. So then it just eventually is just like you're going like full straight arm trying to hit everything. And you have to like scoot your stool in really fast. So that has happened to me before. But it was weirder this time because it was also tilting me at an angle. So I was like hitting the drum set. I was sitting on the left side of the drum set, still trying to like do it. Ow, fuck. Oh, I just stubbed my toe. Oh, that's bad. Stop pantomiming so much. How about that? Yeah. Oh, that's very painful. Ooh. Ooh, perhaps it will bleed. We'll see. But, so yeah, that was stupid. And then at some point during the middle, someone, like, for some reason, like, a bunch of high school band members were there. Like, band, like, marching band, or like, you know, like your high school, like, band, like Wind Symphony or concert band or whatever you called it. And one of them just came over, took my snare drum, and walked away in the middle of the song. And I didn't see who it was somehow, but I just noticed while I was playing. I was like, wait a second, there's no snare drum anymore. Where did it go? And someone just was like, you know, I think I'll just take this. Like, I want this for myself in the middle of his performance that he is taping for Ellen to be shown to the world after he just had a great interview. So that was really stupid. And then after the thing, I like was trying to figure out who did it. And then like some brown kid, and I have to say he's brown because it's related to what happens next, is like talking about like, oh yes, but and I was like, yeah, well, you know, at least I know you didn't do it. And then he like smiled at me and turned away, and then I was like, and I got so mad because it was him, and I just called him a bunch of racist things, which is not which is not bad because he's in a dream, you know, it's not hurting him in real life. He's not even a real person. But yeah, I was very mad, and it came out in my selective vocabulary. And I woke up pissed off. Like that shit comes with you into the real world when you awaken and you have the remnants of the disaster that you just awoke from. And it's especially because it's like related to real things that happen. Like I mean, like, in real life, nobody came and took my snare drum while I was playing drums for like the talent show or something. It was just like, ha ha. And then you know, if they did, I would also call them very racist things because that's a dick move, and you deserve it at that point. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe and whatnot. And I'll see you guys next time.